I almost left the mental health field. Yes, bear with me. Bear with me. If you are a mental health professional and you may be contemplating right now, should I seek a different degree? Should I enter into a different career field? Do not worry. You are not alone. We have all been here before, and I wish we would be more honest. But I'm going to walk you through what I did and why I did not decide to leave the mental health field. Hi, my name is Shan. Welcome back to my channel. I am a licensed mental health therapist, private practice owner, and digital creator. If you are new here, come on in. As I like to say, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because we drop videos every single week for my mental health professionals, for my therapists, leaving the field, staying in the field, making additional income, starting a business. Everything you need, we have it right here on this channel. There was a time when I genuinely considered leaving the mental health field. Like, I was looking up different ways I could transfer my credits that I already had to maybe a different degree, although I already graduated. It was just a mess. I was looking into a lot of things, and there's a lot of people who have left this field. So I'm in social work. My degree is in social work, who have left social work or just the mental health field in general, and they've decided to do other things. And I was going to be one of those people. But then I decided to pivot and to stay and to make some real intentional changes when it came to my career and my business. I eventually realized that the problem wasn't the field, it was the structure. I thought that therapy, hospital social work, those type of things were the only option, and they're not the only option. And just walk with me for a second. When we decide to pivot careers, because as we know in social work or a lot of careers, you can do multiple things. You can do many things. So when you get burnt out in one area, normally you pivot and you go to a different area. So obviously, I wanted to start my private practice, but I knew seeing clients every day of the week, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, was just not going to be feasible. It was a fast track to burnout. So I made it intentional to be able to pivot within my business. Was it easy at first? Did I catch on to that momentum at first? No, I did not. It took me a while to catch on to that. And I'm telling you this because even if you don't own a business or you're working your 9 to 5, right? There are multiple things you can do outside of your 9 to 5 where that 9 to 5 does not have to be your sole source of income. It can be a part-time income, or it can be to the point where it provides you the stability while you're also doing things that gives you fuel. But if you are a business owner and say you're in private practice, seeing one-to-one clients all day, every day should never, ever be the only goal or the end goal for you. Mental health professionals, give me a second. Burnout just doesn't happen from client overload. It also happens from the behind the scenes work that we're putting in, the never ending resource hunt, prepping for sessions, finding client worksheets. But don't worry, that's why I created a therapist membership, low cost, that's only $9.99 a month. It gives you access to 40 plus mental health workbooks. That's over 2,000 mental health worksheets. It's like having a library in your back pocket. If you're ready to take back your time and stop having to figure out client homework, group session work, what to do in your one-to-one sessions, come join us over in the community. Link is in the description. So the pivot, I started to explore different areas in mental health that I can get my hands into. So when I say different areas, I mean the speaking, the coaching, the digital products, the consultations, consulting, all of those things, even going into and holding workshops and programs. What I liked and gave me energy, that's what I started to focus on. So as I mentioned, when you're in your 9 to 5 and you have a role, let's say a hospital social work role, and you're like, I want to get out the hospital. What do you start to look into? You may start to look into private practice. practices. You may start to look into politics, hospice, whatever. The list goes on and on and on. So I had that mindset for my private practice. What else can I do so I am not stuck to this chair all day? So I have more flexibility and I have more freedom. When I started to shift my mindset and started to think on that route or think that way, everything literally changed for me. And you guys may think that I'm dramatic, but I'm not. Like, literally everything changed. When I knew I didn't have to depend on one-to-one sessions and I leveraged my skill set, the skill set that we have, that grad school gives us, that grad school teaches us, we just sometimes think it's a little weird if we step outside the box and do something different with it. And that's our problem, if I'm being honest. It's not weird. You have people out here who do not have degrees, who do not have the certifications or the specialties that you have, that are doing something that you 100% can be killing it in. Speaking on topics that they have no idea about, that you have a fortune of knowledge around. So once I switched my mindset and I said, man, I could be killing it there. I could be doing X, Y, and Z. That's when I started to structure my weeks, and I just made a video on structuring my week as a therapist to allow spaces, once I started to pull back from clients and other revenue sources started to grow, to allow spaces for more creativity, more freedom, and more flexibility. So I have different streams within my private practice. You can have different avenues within your 9 to 5 or your business, whatever that may look like. I don't want you to think that you are stuck just with one thing. We are not. There are so many things out here we can be doing. And no, I'm not telling you to do them all. I'm telling you to find things that give you joy and that give you energy, and do more of that. And that's exactly what I did. And that was the reason why I did not leave the mental health field, because I decided to look at it as a whole differently. You don't have to leave the field to find relief. You just have to reimagine your career and look at it a little different. If you've been quietly thinking about a pivot or you leaving the field, like, I don't want you to feel like you're alone. Like, you're not alone at all. If that's the best thing to do for you, then that is the best thing to do. I just wanted to go over a different perspective that I gained over my time here and building my business that maybe you can take into consideration as well. Let's build a version of this thing that actually works for us. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Come back next week because we drop videos every single week, and I'll catch you guys later.